Hi there, Chris here. This is a little video answering the question, can this Lishi SC4 pick, which is for a 5 or a 6-pin core, can it pick a 5-pin core? In this Schlage core I got with a bunch of others, no key. I was looking for the other cylinders, but this came along, so I thought I would pick it and make a key. So I just have the SC4, I don't have the SC, I think it's called SC1. And to do it, if you slide this all the way in, you can see this protrudes out the back. And I guess you can pick that way, I can't remember, but the way I pick 5-pin cores with this is I pretend I'm Paul Springett and can actually eyeball calibrate the distance between the pins, and I pull this out a little bit. Now you want to be careful because these are fairly delicate, and then I go ahead and try and pick it. Oops, got to keep that there. So I put a little bit of tension on it. I'm going clockwise. And I'm not getting a set there. And I'm really not getting anywhere. Totally nothing on there. So I'm still with my good margin, I think. Yep. So I'm going to let off tension a little bit. Let's start in the back. Just not getting a set. Not getting a set there at all. So if it's not working that way, then I go counterclockwise. And I'm going to start in the back here on number 5 and see. Now that felt like a real set. So then we're going to hit 4, is that binding? That felt like a real set. 3. That felt like a real set, and I felt a slight turn on the core. 2, that felt like a good set. 1, that felt like it dropped. I get funny feedback from 1, and when we get this open, I'll show you probably why. So I'm just varying this tension a little bit. As if I were really picking a lock. And I'm not getting it, so I'm going to reset and start over, check my gap there. That felt good. That felt good. So I want to go more? No. That felt all right. Oh, I slid in. Let's go back. And I keep sliding in because I have really light tension on it. 2 feels like it's set. And there we go. We hit 1 and we're in. So to decode, 1 is going to be a 5. 2 is going to be a 6. 3 is going to be a 5. 4 is going to be a 7. 5 is going to be a 7 as well. Actually, 4 is going to be 8. Anyway, let's open this up. Try not to relock it. Why is I getting funny feedback on 1? Well, we'll see. These are all standard pins, drivers, and key pins. So we're reverse what I usually do, but that's all right. If I had a plug spinner, I'd spin it, but it doesn't really matter. You just have to know where your keys are, your key pins are, so you don't drop them all out and make a mess. So I'll rotate up a little bit. So there's all your key pins. They all needed to be picked. And they're all going to be standard. That's 3. That's 2. 4. And 5. So we'll put those there. Standard core. Move these around. Come here. Why don't they ever fall right? So there's those guys. Now let's take a look at 1. And I think the reason I got funny feedback on 1 is, because I have a shim in the way, is there's kind of a mangled spring in there. And you can see it doesn't really, even the spring doesn't come up to the shear line. And I think the rest will because they're in good condition. And there's different springs in here. But you could see, oh, please focus, there you go. A little bit of a oomph on the top of that little pin. And this has another standard, and I'm not sure these are Schlage. There's another one of those springs, but it's good. And I should have pulled out a regular Schlage lock to see what the springs are. I don't remember offhand if these are the right ones. You can see there's a different one, and I think there's a different one in 5 as well. Nice job. So yeah, I'll get these organized again. So yeah, there's different springs in there. But the Lishi, this Lishi can still pick it if you pull it out just a little bit, and you're careful. You don't, it's still got this little shoulder that it's resting on if you're pulling out about that far, which is about the distance of the pins. Maybe we can see that here. Let's see, what's the distance? Oh, I guess if I went here, from there to there, and put my finger there, and that's what I had about pulled out, so that, I should do this one. Well, I can't really show it with my finger in the way. Anyway, you just pull it out about that much. So that answers the question on the Lishi 4, picking a 5-pin Schlage core, as opposed to this is designed for a 6-pin. Anyway, and when using these, if you're not getting anything going clockwise, try them counterclockwise, and then you should be able to get in. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment, and we'll see you next time.